Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another Marvel Legendary playthrough. Today we're going to be doing our playthrough for Deadpool and Wolverine. So, as usual, there will be spoilers, and I'll kind of talk about my thoughts on the film when the playthrough is over. So, we're going to be using Charles Xavier, Professor of Crime, to be our Cassandra Nova. So, we've got 8 attack here. He gets +1 for each bystander in the HQ in the city, and then Master Strike is 4 bystanders in the HQ capture, or 4 heroes in the HQ capture hidden witnesses. So hidden witness, we have to spend 2 recruit to rescue that bystander. We're going to be using the scheme Pan-Dimensional Plague. This will represent that when Cassandra Nova tried to destroy all of reality, all the realities, and basically send everybody to the void. So that's going to be Pan-Dimensional being all reality. So this is representing that with the Time Ripper. So 10 twist, KO all wounds from the HQ, then put a wound from the wound stack next to the hero in the HQ. When a player recruits a hero with a wound next to it, the player can either gain that wound or pay 1 recruit to return that wound to the wound stack, and evil wins when the wound stack runs out. So I can't remember the ruling for the hidden witnesses. The hidden witnesses in the HQ, because there is a slight thingy thing there. Okay. Can't recruits while they have hidden witnesses. If a hero is KO'd by an escaping villain or leaves the HQ from a special ability, then KO any hidden witness on that hero. It says some special abilities. I don't know if like putting something underneath it. I think that counts. So, our villain group is going to be the Brotherhood, to be all the mutants that Cassandra Nova's got. Our Cape Killers are going to be our TVA agents, and we're going to be using Deadpool, Wolverine, and X-23, because she was probably the most important supporting cast that we have heroes for. So let's go ahead and hop into it here. All right, let's take a look here. So we have 4 or 5 recruit here. Ooh, okay. Let's get Healing Factor Genome. 2 attack, Berserks will discard top card of her deck, and then any printed attack will get added to her attack, and then you may KO a wound from hand or discard pile. And we're going to end our go. Oh, I didn't play a card from the villain deck. Whoops, that should have done that first. Okay. I don't know what I was thinking, so we'll just pretend we did that for that. Okay. I don't know what I was doing there. Okay. Now we're going to do our turn. Now we're going to do our second turn. We have a bystander for the Cape Killer. Okay, so we've got 3 here. We're going to discard this for the shield clearance and fight this Cape Killer. This lets us KO a card from our discard pile, so we'll KO that. We also get Alligator Trapper. Patrol the sewers. If it's empty, you get +2 recruit. And so we're going to get 2 recruit to get Keen Senses. Play a yellow hero, draw a card. And then we'll spend our other 2 recruit to rescue this bystander, which will be that. He goes down to 11. Okay. Completely goofed that whole thing up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have another Master Strike, so some more hidden witnesses. We'll go boom, 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 boom. Okay. So, we've got 3 attack here. We have 2 recruit. We'll use 2 of the recruit to get this hidden witness. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so he's 14. We'll discard this for the shield clearance and take out this Cape Killer. That'll let us KO that. We're going to end our turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have Mystique. Okay, let's play this. We'll discard this. We get nothing for the Berserk. That's fine. We do have 4 recruit. Let's use that to get Adamantium Footclaw. X-Gene, yellow, draw a card, so we have to have a yellow card in our discard pile to get that effect. All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a scheme twist now. So, KO all wounds from the next to the HQ. Then put a wound from the wound stack next to each hero in the HQ. So, wound, 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 and wound. And then it says whenever a player recruits a hero with a wound next to it, that player either can gain that wound or pay 1 additional recruit to return to the wound stack. So we're going to put that on the bottom. Replace it with that. Okay. So we've got 4 recruit here. Let's use the 4 recruit to get these hidden witnesses. So we've got damage control. Whenever you rescue this bystander, reveal top 2 cards of your deck. Put any that cost 2 or less into your hand. Put the rest back in any order. So we do get those. He drops down to 12. We'll play her in Berserk. So that gets us nothing. And then we have 4 attack and an additional recruit we can't really do anything with, so we're just going to end our turn. I don't mind the wounds because I can just KO them, but I do probably want to return them to the stacks. So, Scheme Twist, so these will get KO'd. We have to put somebody on the bottom. We'll put that on the... Okay. So, we do have 3. We will spend the 3 to return this to the stack and get Keen Senses. We will then play this to draw a card because of X-Gene. We have 4 attack and we have 1 recruit, so we don't have enough to fight anybody, unfortunately. So we're going to have to end it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another Scheme Twist, so these will get KO'd. We're going to have to put somebody on the bottom. So this is going to go to the bottom. I think these get KO'd. I mean, that's how I take that, because it says... I mean, it's... I know I read it just a minute ago. Now I'm like second guessing myself. It specifically says those heroes still count as bystanders. If a hero in the HQ is KO'd by an escaping villain or leaves the HQ because of special ability, then KO any of the hidden witnesses. Well, maybe because it's not a special ability, then maybe it would just stay there. So we'll just leave them. Okay, we'll just do that. I think that'll just to be safe. And then we have to put new wounds out. Okay. Alright, so we have 3. What do we want to do here? I want to get these wounds put back. So I need another recruit to do that. But I do want to clear some of these. So let's use our recruit. We'll take healing factor and take this wound. And then we'll play this in Berserk. Let's discard the top card of our deck. We get no attack, so we can't fight Mystique. We're going to end our go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, another Cape Killer. Alright, so we do have X-Gene because of the yellow. We don't have a wound yet. We've got this recruit. Let's spend 2 recruit to get this bystander, which will get us a sidekick. We're going to discard this for the shield clearance, but I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this yet. We'll play this, then we'll play this and draw a card. Oh, there's a wound. Great. Okay. We'll discard this. No, we'll keep it. We'll fight Mystique. And I guess we're going to end our turn. It's not doing too well for us here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I guess thematically these are like saving Deadpool's family. All the bystanders we're saving. It's kind of fun. Okay, we'll play this. We'll draw a card with this one. We do have 2 recruit here. We'll rescue another bystander. And then we do have 3 attack. We have 5 attacks. So we have attack. We'll fight Blob because he requires us to have an X-Men hero. So we'd have that. So Blob is defeated and then our wound is discarded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're kind of speed running this. Juggernaut, ambush. Each player KOs 2 heroes from their discard pile. Oh, thank you, Juggernaut. I appreciate that. Okay. So we'll play this. We'll draw a card. We'll rescue a bystander. That gets put on the bottom. Thank you, Miss Lion. We then will play this to KO this to draw a card. We've got 4 recruit here. Let's spend... We'll spend 3 of it to gain this and put this back in the stack. We'll play this in Berserk, which will be nothing. And then we have this. Oh, we'll keep that. We'll attack the Cape Killer by doing shield clearance, discarding that, and getting rid of that. I'm kind of regretful of putting that one Deadpool card because it's like the only thing that has recruit because X-23 and Wolverine just are attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, another Mystique. So we may have to end up getting ourselves a shield officer. But let's get these 2 bystanders here. Or do we want to recruit something and put the... Well, there's not really anything we can recruit. We'll get these 2 bystanders, which will get us Mirage. She's a hero. 1 recruit, draw a card, which is great, actually. And then we do have this. We'll Berserk, which will get us nothing every single time. So we're going to end our turn. So we've managed to clear out all of the hidden witnesses. Okay, so these will go. Let's put somebody on the bottom before we forget. That's what I need. One. Oop, wrong thing. Okay. Okay, maybe we can do something this turn. So first thing we'll do is X-Gene. We'll draw a card. We will play that. We'll draw a card. We'll draw a card. Draw a card. Berserk for nothing. So we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attacks. So it's enough to hit the Mastermind. We do have 3 recruit and a 10th attack. Let's spend the recruit to get this and put this on the bottom. And then we're going to attack the Mastermind here. So first tactic down. Each other player investigates their deck for a card with an attack icon and KOs it. Players investigate all cards, reveal cards investigated. So we're going to investigate a card for an attack icon. Unfortunately, we can't KO it, so those will go back. We're going to end our go. I would like to have like a little bit like some more recruit to help get those guys. Another scheme twist, okay. And we're going to put on the bottom this. For a Deadpool playthrough, this is really Wolverine-y. Okay. There's a lot of recruit here. Okay, nice. So we'll play that to draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's spend 4 of the recruit to get nighttime is the right time. If it's between 8 p.m. and midnight, you get 2 attack. If it's otherwise, you get 2 recruit. And then play a black hero, you get both. It is currently Wednesday, July 31st at 5:45 p.m. So it is the 2 recruit time. So we spent 4 recruit on that. We'll play this. We'll Berserk for nothing. So we have no attack to fight, and we're going to end our go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sabretooth. All right. It's another good one for the Wolverine. We're going to play that to draw a card. All right. We're going to play this. We're going to draw a card. Draw a card. Draw a card. Draw a card. Boom. Play that, draw a card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 recruit total. We're going to spend 4 and 3 for these. So these will go back to the bottom, and then we'll get these 2. So we have another Keen Senses and another Adamantium Footclaw. And then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attack. We'll fight the Mastermind again. Each investigate the hero deck for an X-Men hero and put that card into your discard pile. Oh, heck yeah. And we're going to get that. I'm going to put this on the bottom. So we're going to get Bioengineered Assassin, Berserk, X-Gene for black. You may KO card from your hand discard pile. Nice. Okay. This is going a little bit better. I was a little worried, but I think we're turning it around. Okay. Another scheme twist. So those are gone. While I'm thinking about it, we'll put that on the bottom. And then we've got that, that, and that. All right. So we'll play that. We'll play that to draw a card. Draw a card. We get 2 recruit. So we have 5 recruit there. We have 5 attack. Let's fight Sabretooth, because of course we can't end the game without decapitating Sabretooth, right? So that's got to happen. And then with the 5 recruit, let's use 4 of it to get this and put this on the bottom. Then we can end our turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Another scheme twist. Okay, villain deck, or the wound deck is getting a little tiny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know why I have these face down. Thankfully, not any Master Strikes really have come out. Now I say that it's going to happen. We'll draw 2, 3, draw a card. 4, we're going to draw a card. 5, we're going to draw a card. We do have yellow, so for the X gene, we'll play this to draw a card. We'll play this. We're going to Berserk. Yeah, hold on. Let me think about this for a second. We've got 4 recruit here. We're gonna X gene. So we had yellow, so we're gonna draw a card. We have 5 recruit. Let's spend 4 of it to get another healing factor, and we'll put this on the bottom of the wound stack. And then we're gonna do bioengineered assassin. We're gonna X gene. We can KO card from our hand or discard pile, but that berserks first, but then because of X gene, we have to KO that. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll fight the Mastermind again. Each other player puts a random bystander from their victory pile onto a hero in the HQ as a hidden witness. Okay. Random bystander. Well, most of mine are all just plain ones, so we'll just put them on like that. All right. 1 tactic left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Scheme twist. We should be good, though, for the game. All right. So we will Berserk, get 1 attack. Nice. Draw a card, so we'll shuffle up. Can we take out Juggernaut? Because we got to cut his head off, too. That's what X-23's got to do. Let's see if we can kill Juggernaut. So let's get our 2 card draws. There's another attack there. There's a recruit. There's 2 recruit. There's 4 recruit. And 2 attack. Move this to 3. We'll spend the recruit to get this for 2. And take the wound, or take that for 3 and take the wound. We're going to rescue this hidden witness for 2. We'll play this because of the yellow. We get to draw a card. We get to draw a card again. We're going to get to Berserk, which is going to give us an additional attack. And we get to KO a card from our hand or discard pile because of yellow, so that gets KO'd. All right, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Is that right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yep, so we're taking out Juggernaut, and we're taking out the last tactic for the Mastermind. Each of the player reveals the X-Men hero gains a wound. All right, so that's the playthrough. Pretty quick playthrough there. Let's count the victory points up. We'll be right back. Okay, so we have 48 victory points here. A lot of bystanders. Minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 48 minus 24, so 24. All right, so that is going to be Deadpool and Wolverine, the latest film in the X-Men, or MCU, X-Men CU. So if you notice, this is part of the MCU playlist, whereas the other 2 films aren't, because they are not part of the MCU. Like, canonically, I guess every Marvel film, especially after this one, is a part of the MCU because it's the multiverse. But this is Marvel Studios production, so that's how we're going to be rocking with it. My thoughts on the film, I thoroughly enjoyed it, had a lot of fun with it. It really reminded me of, for having fun, like leaving the theater with a smile on my face, like the Marvels. Like I got a lot of fun from that. And so I did enjoy that quite a bit. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I don't know who's going to, somebody's going to have to fill those shoes. Maybe it's Henry Cavill. We'll see how that works out. But the yellow suit, after, quarter of a century waiting, it was definitely worth it. Like that, the yellow suit, and with the cowl, like when he put the, like I was just a little disappointed that the scene against the Deadpool Corp was the only time that we got to see the cowl on Wolverine, because man, that was so sick. Like genuinely, and it's really funny when you think about in retrospect how all the costumes, like it was just like so crazy and ridiculous. They were all these black leather suits in the original X-Men, and then like now we have like the Deadpool costume is incredible too. Like I don't know, it's like tonally, like visually tonally, how the first two Deadpool films, it just seemed duller. But I think the MCU gets kind of criticized a lot for being very dull. But this movie was very bright, and his costume was very vibrant, and Deadpool's costume looked really good. So their costumes looked really good together. The X-23 thing was a big rumor, and it was kind of a bummer they put that in the trailer. I was hoping we get an X-23 costume, her as a Wolverine, but you know what? It's fine. The sunglasses from Logan works out perfectly. Elektra was like one that a lot of people thought she was going to be in the film, so I anticipated that. I did not see Blade coming, which was great, especially because I know like him saying there's only ever one Blade and there'll only ever be one Blade was obviously a fun dig at what's happening at Marvel now. But my favorite thing was when he was like, "Oh, I hate you," and he's like, he's like, "I don't like you," to Ryan Reynolds, to Deadpool, and he goes, "You never have," because that's a callback to Blade Trinity. So that was a really good inside joke there. And then Channing Tatum came up as Gambit, and the Gambit thing was awesome so he looked kind of weird because he was bulky, but like obviously he's a comic accurate suit, and he did some like very cool Gambit stuff. So like if you're a Gambit fan, you were eating good this year, because like between X-Men 97 and this, it was cool to see Gambit come back and do that little piece. And I guess there's the cameo of my partner, she was very tired, so she was kind of dozing off towards like the beginning. So when they get sent to the void and they fight each other, and then Chris Evans shows up, I'm like, babe, like Captain America's right here. And like I'm like, and I guess because of the way they conditioned the audience with the like the TVA like showing the screens of Captain America like on screen, you're thinking, okay, like when you see Chris Evans, you think of Captain America. So I'm like, yo, it's Captain America. Like I'm shaking her, like, wake up, it's Captain America. And it's like, okay, like, and then like, so I'm in it too with Deadpool, and then he says flame on, and I'm like, oh my god, it's the other character he played. So that was a really fun thing, especially because I don't know, when I saw him, obviously the first thing I think is Captain America. I don't think Human Torch. So that was a really fun play on that like kind of expectation. So I didn't see that coming either. So that was really great. But the Wolverine stuff was incredible. It was a really good, fun arc with him. The thing everybody's talking about obviously is the opening scene with the Deadpool dancing. I thought that the story being, obviously this is a multiverse thing, but he's really just trying to save his own universe, and it's really about those people in his life. And so I think at the heart of the Deadpool films, it's really about Vanessa, or it's about his relationship with the people around him. So like you do get a personalized thing with that, and so I do appreciate that from like a character perspective, because my favorite part about these films are the characters themselves and their relationships with each other. This movie probably is one of the few times that I was like watching these and thinking like, this feels like a genuine comic book. And I think the real reason for it was the fact that you have Blade, Elektra, so you have like a Marvel Knights character. I guess Elektra's like a Defender, Marvel Knights kind of character. Wolverine, Deadpool, so you've got mutants fighting other mutants. And then like they're inside of like a giant man, there's a dead giant man right there. So like this is like truly every aspect of the Marvel universe kind of put together. Like there is no, aside from Spider-Man not being visually present, aside from a couple jokes and like him whipping in the car and then doing like the fight scene dodging thing, almost all of Marvel's, the cinema, like everything encompassing Marvel and every kind of way we think about it was encompassed in this film. So it really felt like reading a comic book when you're like seeing, like Blade's got a rocket launcher from the Punisher, and like they're just like, it feels very like, okay, like these characters do live in the same world. So that was like, that's why it was so fun for me. So I'm sure there are people who have criticisms. I think Cassandra Nova as like a villain kind of succumbs to a lot of the problems that Marvel villains have, that they're just like, they're just bad. Although all the stuff with her fingers in their heads was pretty gross and it was pretty rad. So like that was cool. Paradox was fine. I would say that I have two disappointments and like a tiny smidge disappointment. That's not really a disappointment, but I had my minor small nitpicky disappointment was that we did not get to see Colossus do a fastball special with Wolverine, even though at the very last scene they're together. Like they could have even made a joke about like Colossus showing up just to pick Wolverine up and throw him at the fight scene with the Deadpool Cork, because that's in Universe 10005, and it could have just been like he's here just to throw Wolverine and then leave, and they could have made a joke about that, but that's fine. My biggest two complaints are complaint number one, when Deadpool's going around to find a Wolverine and he runs into the Wolverine with this suit, with the gray or the brown and yellow suit, which looked incredible, by the way. We got more than one incredible looking Wolverine suit. And then it's the issue where he fights the Hulk, and we get to like comic book cover with the Hulk blade, like with the blades and seeing Hulk's reflection. I just wish there was maybe 5 to 10 more seconds of that sequence where we got to see them physically fight. Like he shows up, Hulk shows and knocks Wade, but like when he knocks him, he drops his TEM pad. So then he's like scrambling because the Hulk's trying to kill. He sees him and then tries to attack him, and he's scrambling because he's like, I got to get out of here before I get destroyed. So like he's scrambling for this TEM pad while Wolverine's like jumping to Hulk's back and like stabbing him or something. Like just, I wish we'd have seen an extended scene of them two fighting. And again, 10 seconds. That's all I really needed, but that's okay. The other thing is I was hoping that the post-credit scene was going to be Deadpool and Wolverine, or at least Deadpool talking to Loki and like connecting this to like, okay, like we had our fun. We talked shit. Excuse me. So this is a Deadpool playthrough, so I guess we talked our crap. We made our jokes. We did all this stuff. But like Loki's like, you like, Paradox was right. You are special. And we do want, like, I'm going to need your help for what's to come. Like, just something, like, because we all assume they're coming back for Secret Wars, but, like, it would have just been, like, plant that little bit of a seed and say, like, okay, like, you really are Marvel Jesus. Like, we need you, and there's a reason, and now, whatever. And I hope that we do get to explore a bit of what these anchor beings are from the perspective of the 616 universe, because, there's speculation, who's the anchor being for 616? And if the 616 is a sacred timeline, and I think it's assumed, and maybe I'm wrong, that every other branching reality comes from the sacred timeline, because like that's the one that the king or he who remains squeezed everything down to one timeline, and then as branches come off, they come from the sacred timeline. If the sacred timeline is the timeline, does it have to have an anchor being? Now I know they said, I think Kevin Feige said the anchor being does exist in the 616 universe, and it's someone who's alive. So it can't be Tony Stark. It's got to be probably Doctor Strange, maybe Spider-Man or something. But if for the rationale that if the anchor being dies and that universe goes away, if the main universe 616 is like the main content, if it's the main deal, how is it that like I would think that there's no way for that universe to die. So is the anchor being someone who can't even die? I don't know. So I'd be interested to know who you guys think the anchor being is. I personally lean to a little bit of like a Doctor Strange, possibly, but I don't know. So, because as much as I'd like it to be like a Spider-Man character, like Spider-Man, because they can't use him in the same way they could use everybody else, I feel like Doctor Strange is the next logical choice, especially because like given he's probably going to be, he's like the most veteran Avenger. Him and Carol are like the most veteran Avengers, so I don't know. Maybe I'm completely off base, and maybe it's someone you haven't even met yet. Maybe it's the 616 Wolverine, the Calvorine. Maybe it's Calvorine. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of the playthrough. Let me know what you guys thought of the movie. Huge fun. I can't wait to see it again. I don't know if I like it more than Deadpool 1, because Deadpool 1 I like over 2. I know that I like 2 the least. They're not bad film. I mean, it's not a bad film. As a trilogy, this is a really good trilogy of superhero films. So, if we're going to call them a trilogy, because they're different studios or whatever. But Anyway, that's going to be it. I really appreciate you guys watching. I'd like to know what you guys thought of the film, the playthrough, and yeah, who is the 616 anchor being?